What's up, internet? My name is Soul Control, and I am a long time DVD player. Small time. I'm nobody. I'm not looking to get big or famous off of this. I play for for the hobby, but I also make content here and there. Just please, if you get the chance, just check me out on TikTok, and check me out on Twitch as well. It's Soul Control One. But yeah, I was just getting into this because you know, looking at Survivor, the past few years, Survivor has been miserable. Survivor has been horrible, and there's no such thing as MMR. You have, content creators like Scott John and True Talent, who have such a strong prejudice against Survivor, or they turn a blind eye on what Survivor goes through, specifically in solo queue, and also the fact that these, elitists, these, uh, conservatives, who I think they are, just have a wrong view of Survivor. True Talent will say, "Oh, well, Survivor, Survivor is they a behavior wants Survivor to be, um, you know, like Swift and solo queue. Behavior is holding Survivor hands. And then you got Scott John who sits back. Oh, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see what you see. I don't see it. I played 50 games, and I don't see the tunneling. I don't see the quitting. I don't see the DCs. I just don't see it. Everything looks good. Um, but and then you have somebody like King Wolf. King Wolf, oh Survivor, um, uh, Killer Main is going to die. It's going to be real hard. Um, Killer for you Killer Mains, the games is going to be in shambles because of this recent update, and that's completely false. I want people to understand um, the totality of Survivor. I'm not talking about Killer. In my eyes, in my world, in my land, when I play this, I have about 5K hours in DBDI Survivor. I main Survivor. Um, there were times where I would touch Killer in a sense where, oh well, let me see if it's really hard to play Killer. And let me tell you this: it's not hard to play Killer. It's really not. It's the same formula. It's Camper Hook, or it's Tunnel, or it's Slug, and that's basically it. Give me some strong perks. Give me Scourge. Give me Corrupt. Um, give me No Ed. And hey, why not some No Way Out or some barbecue and chili, right? One of those two perks for your last build, right? To complete your build so you can make sure that you down every survivor and you make sure that they don't escape. My whole point, as far as just making this video, is just to put it out there to behavior that um, we are your money makers. Believe it or not. Okay. We're the ones buying the cosmetics. We're the one buying the rifts. We're the ones that turn on the game and hoping to have, you know, some decent games where we can get some escapes or we can get objectives done. And recently, for the past few years or so, that's just really have not been the case. MMR is something that's really not real in DBD. And why do I say that? It's because, like I said before, depending on where you are um, in this world, see, like I'm in Chicago, right? And so Central Time for me, if I get off work 3, 4 o'clock and I turn on DBD, I'm playing below average Survivor. If I'm up maybe 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, now I'm playing above average Survivor, right? I'm playing with above average survivors some games. So let's just say out of 100%, right? I'm playing 10 games. Early in the morning, 2 a.m. to maybe that 5 a.m. window, right? That 3 hour window where I'm playing DBD. 6 games out of that 10, I'm playing with above average survivor. But even though I'm still losing, right? Um, and maybe out of those games, I escape twice, right? With those above average survivors. Now, when you take Twitch content creators, they play maybe 8 to 10 hours a day, and they're playing killer. They're barely touching survivor. And so when they play that 8 to 10 hour window, they're winning 90% of those matches. And it's not because they're good. It's because DBD is full of casuals, especially in solo queue. Where's the buff with solo queue? True Talent makes this complaint, and he'll say, oh, well, they're trying to make solos like Swift. Here's the thing on surface. How can solo become Swift when there's still no communication? How am I going to communicate with the other survivors by saying what? Oh, the killer's over there. The killer's at shack. The killer's at main building. Killer's hitting pallet. I'm setting blast mine at the gen at main. He kicks it. Go for the other. There's still no communication. And even then, these survivors still have to have the will to play and finish games. Survivor can't quit anymore, which means they're going to throw the game by going to the killer and looking for a down, right? Or they'll just quit, and now you really have a dumbed down bot. So tell me, how is Survivor and solo queue going to be like Swift? And here's the other thing that kind of eats at me. The fact that they say, oh, well, Swift is strong. Again, this game is 80% casual. I've played in Swift. 5K hours, I played in Swift. I play solo queues more than I play Swift because I really stopped playing Swift because, you know, when you're in the ear with people that's competitive or that they're so losers, you get blamed for everything. So I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and play solos, you know, and stream and try to have fun that way. But it's miserable playing this game. So devs, I'm asking, what are you going to do to make solo queue better? My suggestion is be like the fighting game era, where the higher your rank, the higher you play with people in your rank. So the higher the hours, the higher I'm playing with people that want to win, that's just as productive. And I also suggest put in a rank system. If you put in a rank system, show productivity. If you put in a rank system and you're pretty much matching up with escapes, stuns, long time looping, it's not making solos stronger, but it's rather making it where I'm enjoying playing with other people that at least want to try to win, because killer's going to win no matter what, right? So I mentioned that 80% casual. If you look at 20%, that 20% who are above average, meaning you're probs or JRMs, your grasshoppers, your flex cams, that 20% is really going to be probably next to impossible to play with on a regular basis, depending on how often they play, depending on what time they play. But just like you are willing to team me up with a bunch of casuals, team me up with people who at least make me feel good about, okay, had I not made this mistake, we could have won the game. Um, had I made better decisions as far as well well placed pallet drops or safe unhooking or dead harding at the right moment, um, uh, uh, well timed pickups if somebody is slugged, make me feel like I could have played better. You know, being with other people who are above average to win. Now, when you play solo queues, it's just miserable. You're losing to a 100 hour or a prestige one trapper, a 200 hour nurse. You're losing to killers in this game because the survivor is too, and I hate to put it this way, ignorant to say, hey, you know what? Let me at least try. Let me at least play the right way. And these are the survivors that these true talents and Scott Johns and everybody else go up against. They go up against these type of survivors who just don't care about winning. So behavior, I'm asking, pretty much begging, make this game enjoyable, especially with the money that we spend, the time that we spend in the game. It's time to buff solo queues to where we feel better for every time we turn on the game. We're playing with survivors that want to win. Nothing is 100% perfect. We're not going to escape 100% of the time. Nothing is 100% in this world that we live in. But at least make me feel good about putting my money and time into your game by matching up with people, and stop making these killer mains feel like they complete gods because they win 90% of the time against 80% casuals, right? Because guaranteed if they lose one game out of their 100 that they played, or you have Otsdava. I mean, look at Otsdava. That should tell you something right there, behavior. If Otsdava is going on and King Wolf's is going on 150 to 200 win streak, what does that say about your game? Right? So I'm just asking, mix it up, with a better MMR system, or give us a ranks mode where we can see productivity and we can see that, well, I'm with people that want to win in this game, or at least put some effort and give Killer a hard time. Because I seen a post not too long ago saying DBD is getting harder. No way DBD is getting harder. How is DBD getting harder when you're still winning 95% of your games? That makes no sense. Okay? So behavior, do us a solid. Give us an opportunity to really enjoy DBD by buffing solo queues and giving us real people that really want to do the best they can and making games fun, games enjoyable, and games worth the while, with the hours and money that we spend in your games.